Now, onto his V trigger, V skill, and his V reversal. His V triggers, I can't really show it here because there's not really a good example with what I got here. But what I could predict is what I want them to do, or what I could see them doing is, as you can see, the man Cody got these cuffs, right? These unbreakable cuffs. Since Street Fighter V Arcade Edition has two V triggers, his first V trigger, what I could possibly see him doing is Cody will break the cuffs, and what could happen, one or two things. One, he breaks the cuffs, he gets an attack boost, and but also along with his attack boost, he takes more damage. So in a way, if he activates that V trigger, if they chose the first part, he'll be like an Akuma. He'll dish out heavy amount of damage, but he'll also take more damage as well too. Or the second part they could do with V Trigger 1 is he could break the cuffs, gets attack boost, but the meter runs down. It just runs down. I don't see them doing what they do with Nakali, where if he breaks the cuffs, then they will literally make it like invincible. Because unless what they could do is, if they manage to do Nakali's version of it, where they make him break the cuffs and he runs out of meter. I'm sorry. If he's an infinite and he loses the round, what it could do to like replace the cuffs again is when he loses the round, a police officer could come over there and he could put Cody in cuffs again, so that way he can reuse the V trigger in the next round. Something like make more sense. But out of the three, I could possibly see them just using his. Oh, game's kind of laggy a bit. Oh no. What I could possibly see him doing is using the first version, well actually the second version, where he breaks the cuffs and he has an attack boost. His V skill, that's one I kind of don't know what they'll do with him with the V skill. Give me it was lagging, but I have to like make sure everything's all right with it. His V skill is something I kind of don't know what they'll do with him. I could possibly see him implementing the knife as his. All right, hold on. Give me a minute. Let me type this. All right, sorry about that. The game was lagging a little bit, but his V skill, what I could see them adding, if they don't add knife to his repertoire, they can just make his knife his V skill, where he just grab it out of his back pocket or whatever, and he can just like use that. Cause I don't think anyone in Street Fighter 5 that I know about has a weapon V skill where they can just pretty much use it. I think the closest one that I know is Vega with his claw, where he can like switch in and out of his claw. But that's the V skill where I'd literally have to watch the reveal trailer and see what they do for him on that. And along with that, his V reversal. Now he has one or two things that he can use. He uses weapon as a knife, or he can use one of his down forward kicks as a V reversal. But most likely, what I could see him doing is they can have this as his V reversal. Well, that would just pretty much like knock him off, which would just be like forward all punches. This would probably be most likely his V reversal. That way they could just knock him off of him, or they can either if he does this move right here, they can either knock him off of him, or he can get a crumble state, meaning he'd probably be one of the few characters that has a crumble V reversal. But I doubt they'll do that. They'll just probably just give you the level 1 version of his focus attack, and it'll just knock him off of you with all 3 punches. And the grand finale of all of this is his critical art. Now this is one that I kind of want to see what they'll do out of it, but if I'm making a prediction, out of his 2, which is Final Destruction, and I think, what's the other one called again? I believe it is Last Dread Dust. They will probably keep his Final Destruction form, but instead of me talking about it, I'll just show you both of them, and I'll show you which I predict they'll probably keep out of it. Oh, sweet Street Fighter 4. I miss you so much. And his next one was just Last Dread Dust. Making me sleepy. Get out of my face. Yeah, that's well in Street Fighter 4. That's his ultra combos, but he also has a a super combo, which is pretty much this. I mean, they could possibly keep his super as his critical art in Street Fighter 5, but personally, me, I would prefer him to have his final destruction because it's a lot more cinematic for him. And not only that, with his character the way he is in Street Fighter 5 as a mayor, that last part, he can do all the combos and all the hits too. As the last part, instead of him just yawning and like stretching out his arm, he could fix his tie. And then when a character falls down, you get a close up of Cody's face fixing up the tie, and you get the KO screen, and that would be his final one. But out of all three of them, I feel like Final Destruction would be the best one. Yeah, Final Destruction will probably be his best one, but this is kind of overthinking it. I don't think they'll probably do it. They'll probably keep it the same way. What they could do is they could make it into a counter move, where pretty much if your opponent is like on the offensive all the time, like if your opponent is on the offensive again, they can use that. He can use that final destruction as a counter move, and if they press a button, they could go fall into that same move. Because I don't think any character right now has a counter super. But it's kind of the thing. It works with Street Fighter 5, but other games that are like, offense heavy, like Dragon Ball Fighters, Blaze Blue, and even Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, those games, if you have a counter infinite, it's kind of, not to say it's weird, but it's just, you have to be very strategic on how to use it based on how very offense heavy this game is. So they could probably keep it the same way where he just has the regular move right here that's shown a lot, or they just make it to a counter move where he will just hold the pose where he's cracking his knuckles, and if the opponent makes a move, then he'll go straight to his critical art. I'm trying to see what else that I could talk about here. Oh, these are honorable mentions. I didn't add it in the notes, but these are honorable mention. Costume wise, we already know two of his costumes, which is the Mayor costume, and I don't know why they have the Mike Hagar costume. What I want them to do for nostalgic purposes, they should have either this version of Cody, which is probably the most OG Cody, his prisoner outfit, or they can add the, I'll just fast forward to the next one, or they can keep this one. Either two will be fine with me because, they'll stick to Cody's traditional outfit where he was a prisoner before he became the mayor, or they can go even further back and give Cody his final fight costume, which I probably think they'll add that as DLC. But if I had the option to pick whatever Cody he would get, whatever outfit Cody would get, his Mayor costume would be fine. Mac Hagar costume would be fine. And his for nostalgic, it could either be his prisoner outfit that he had in Street Fighter 3 Alpha, or it could be or this one right here that he has right now, or the Final Fight one that he has in Final Fight games that he was previous in. Any of those three nostalgic costumes would be perfectly fine with me. Personally, I would prefer his Street Fighter 3 Alpha one as well. But also, another honorable mention, his taunt.
I'm ready for a nap.
That has to be his taunt, no matter what. It's most laid back. It fits Cody because he's kind of laid back, and can you imagine how godlike it'd be for you to his critical art and you just do this and you can't see it coming.
I'm ready for a nap.
Look at that man, just chilling. But I don't know. But to be honest, I'm walking into his reveal trailer with an open mind. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I know it's gonna be good, but I don't know what to expect out of it. Worst case scenario, Cody will have the jury treatment, which damn near is worst case scenario. Or best case scenario, he'd be really good. He'd probably top tier. But in terms of it overall, I feel like majority of his moves that he has in Old Street Fighter 4 will probably be implemented back in Street Fighter 5. The only exception will be his knife will be probably his V skill. Certain moves will have different properties of it. His critical art may be different, hoping to be cinematic as well. And maybe depending on his range, like I said, I play fighting games, but I'm not like a fighting game pro, so I don't know like what to expect. I'd probably say Cody would probably be mid tier, maybe high mid tier. Like he's not weak. He's not a bad character. He has like tools to compete with the best of them. Just that whatever he can do, other characters Street Fighter 5 could probably do better. But he may be like mid tier, maybe like low mid, like high mid tier. So probably like around. It's from like if it's like a rating from like S, A, B, and C, he'd probably be like a A, like or like a high A or a low A. Nothing too bad. Well, overall, Cody's gonna probably stay the same for all Street Fighter 4, which means this is the end of the video right here. I'd like, thank you guys for stopping by. And if you watch this long, drawn out breakdown prediction video that I got for Cody Street Fighter 5, hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more videos like this, you can let me know in the comment section below on what I could do to improve on this type of thing, because this is my first time doing this. And I just thought, you know what, let me give it a try. And if I get support, I could probably do one for Sagat as well, or just any other fighting games in general on what could happen. So until next video, guys, take it easy. Godspeed to you all, and peace.
Ready to start fighting for real?